ropey jubilee connector on. It's actually on 2 cylinders, not 3. Got 1 new coil pack. New leads. I'm just gonna take note of firing order it is before I forget and put it back together and spend the next 3 hours trying to figure it out. This one, going through the receipts, has been replaced before. I can see the receipt for it, but it's actually unbranded, so may be the culprit. Whereas obviously you've got the good Bosch one. Again, the all leads were unbranded, and these ones obviously aren't. Some of these replace this hose, and it doesn't fit very well, but doesn't matter, still will fit. Alright, let's see. No, not sounding good. Alright, okay. Plan B. I need some time to think about it. After a quick Monster and a Google, we've got 2 options, which is crank sensor or ECU. I will order a crank sensor, which it definitely won't be because it's me. It's going to be the ECU. I'm putting money on it. 1 new crank sensor. Let's see if this absolutely does not fix my problem, and I need to buy an ECU anyway. Of course, every car I own is an absolute headache, and I can't get out the crank sensor bolt, so I need this fan shroud out of the way, but the bolts are pretty much non-existent, so I'm going to have to take the whole radiator out. Lovely colour, that. Lovely colour. Steal Jordan's battery again. Cheers, Jordan. Got my rugby connection on it. Right. Let's see what that does. Why? Before I jump to conclusions, I'll check the connectors on the ECU. might be wrong, but I could have swore from memory that single plug ECUs weren't Bosch, and that there was like a locking mechanism for these. Because I cannot see an obvious way to release that, but you can see the old locking plug on. I don't know, something doesn't look right. Yeah, definitely think somebody's been there before. Don't know why this has been taken away, but anyway, let's see. All pins look okay, clean, etc. And same thing, plug side. Don't see any corrosion or anything. But I have noticed this bit of loom. Somebody's been on it. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to get that checked somehow. So the more I think about it, I think this may be why the car came off the road, because it wasn't that rusty. Like, there's very little now. And the previous owner knew about the misfire. So I think maybe why. And somebody's already done what I've done and done the parts cannon at it. So, Alright, progress. This wee yoke here, the ignition module, sits way down and behind there. So, battery's connected. What do you hear now? Maybe not. I'll get jump pack. Take 2. Now I'm happy. That's okay. We can move on to the next thing, which is the smelly bit, which is tearing it down and doing all the welding. Not that there's much, but there's still a fair bit. Like, just landing myself. There's probably fucking loads. But first of all, go around here. This wee P3 is getting lasered next week, and then off the rotisserie, so the 106 can go on to that. And then once it's on that, I'm actually going to see about getting it lasered as well. See me wiring everything off, and then do all my repairs and just restore it underneath and see how we go on. And then dump God knows how much money into it. So if you're interested in the car or maybe in a fucking spastic, stick around and subscribe. And I actually think I may do a video on my other shape box